ladies and gentlemen. Harvest 2025 is upon us. The combine has been greased, the wagons have been greased, all the hay has been baled for the year. We'll get to this at some point and pick it up. That'll be in a video down the road. Until then, come along with us. We're gonna combine some beans today. Main man Hosh is here, he's gonna ride along. Hopefully they're good and dry. It's middle of the morning right now. They're a little tough sometimes, but it should be good. We're gonna combine beans. Might talk about Jesus. Might talk about sports. Who knows? Might talk about poop. Poop always comes into the conversation. Come along. I'm getting out this hay bale. Hopefully I don't have any hay splinters on the back of my leg. Boy, this breeze is hitting me in the sun though. I could sit here all freaking day. This is comfy. You want to take a turn sitting up here? Okay. Hot, hot. Usually to start the mornings, there's some zerks you want to grease at least every other day. So we do that. Filling her up with fuel. I think my dad already did that. Got to wipe the windows down. Very, very dusty job. And then away we'll go. You can come underneath here if you with.
What do you mean by zerks?
So zerks are the little metal things that the grease gun hooks onto that shoves the grease up into the various spots where it needs grease. And the ones back here you have to grease every 10 hours you're supposed to do it. So, or is it every 15? Or is it every 20? I don't remember now. It'll say on there when we get under there. I don't do a very good job of that. I probably do it like every 20. Whoops. I think there's 10 of them here. I clean all the dust off of them. And then I usually give like 15 or so pumps to each one of them. The battery on this thing is getting low. It needs to be charged. We're good. We're good. There you have it. Greasing 101. Would it be awesome if the human body had a grease zerk like right here? And we could just stick it on and oil all of our joints and everything and feel awesome like the Tin Man from Wizard of Oz. My dad's gonna fire it up here when he gets back up there. I'm gonna oil the chains and then we're gonna try to combine, buddy. And hopefully it's dry now. I mean, we've got a nice breeze out here, the sun's shining. Should be good to go by the time we get rolling. And then you just smooth sailing the rest of the day, combine until it's tough at night. Takes a little while to get going. Corn, different story. Corn, 7 in the morning, hammer down till 9 at night. Boom. Very, very, very little time for any stoppage during corn. Unlike beans, where you get a little break here and there while you wait for the wagons to fill. This big thing, want some education? This big thing is called the reel. The reel spins and helps feed the beans in as it chops them down. Comes right along there, feeds them in to the auger there, which then all the beans feed in the middle, go back through the combine, and most part the pod, is that what it's called? Where the beans are separated from the pod in there. You still get some trash and pods in the tank, but mostly beans. Crazy machines, these combines. This is what my mouth looks like. This is what steak sees when it goes into my mouth. Rawr, rawr, rawr. 3 major chains that you always want to spray lube on at least pretty much every single day. Once a day, every day. Didn't even flinch. Sarah should come out here and combine. She would have fun in a video like this. Lift this baby up. You adjust the head height and everything right here. It's nice. You can just use your thumb while going. Flip the reel if you have to. And this over here starts it. I guess we'll figure that out once we get going. But it's nice to just drive and do this. Whoop, 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 whoop. However you want. Anyway, drive up the field and hopefully it's like 10:30. Hopefully it is dry enough. We're not the jet set. We're the old Chevrolet set. My dad got a load full last night, so he's gonna go grab it, haul it to the elevator while we get going. Making my way uptown to the beans, where they're hopefully dry. Biddly biddly boo, boo boo biddly biddly boo.
How fast can this thing go?
When you're going down the road, moving farms, it'll do about 17 and a half. But yeah, we're gonna go about 1.3 probably because the beans are thick, a little tough, and we're not gonna take a full cut. We're only gonna do about 2/3 of a cut while we're going, just to make sure they feed in a little bit easier and better. There's a couple things with the head we need to change next year that we'll get to, but until then, we'll take her slow. So I got my miles per hour and everything up there. So I'll do this. That turns the combine, that turns the head on. This turns the combine on, so she starts rolling. Kick it into rabbit mode, which is full gear, so that beeping, that wretched beeping stops. And away we go. I'm just going to start it at like 1.1 to see how they feed in early in the morning. Most times it'd be nice to go like twice this speed. By like noon or something like that, or 1 o'clock, they'll be really good and dry. Then we can pick up the pace a little. But getting going for the day, just want to make sure she's good to go, but feeling pretty good right now. I'm going to try to speed her up to 1.2. A whopping 1.2 miles per hour. Not bad.
What?
Okay, I'm slowing down. Jeepers. Oh my gosh. We are crawling right now. So, this is the 40th anniversary of America Needs Farmers. For those of you who aren't familiar, it's when Hayden Fry put the America Needs Farmers A&F patch on the Iowa Hawkeyes helmets to bring awareness to farmers struggling during the farming crisis of the 80s. So the Iowa Farm Bureau is doing a countdown of 40 reasons America needs farmers. One of the reasons on this list is that the soles in shoes are made from soy. So almost all the shoes in the United States and around the world, the soles come from soy, which is obviously comes from soybeans. So when you're walking around all comfy, when you're gelling, just remember, that came from someone's field, who knows where. Iowa, Alabama, California, I don't know, does California have beans? Somewhere they gotta have beans. New Mexico, do they have beans? Fun soy product, fun soy facts. It is hot in here. Are you hot?
I'm very warm.
Like when we're talking like corn harvest, it's getting down to the 50s, and it's just nice and cool outside. Man, I just love to drink coffee all day long during harvest. It's too much caffeine in one day probably for someone, but I just love it. I can't help myself. Now we can pick up the pace to turn. Look at that beautiful landscape from the top of the hill. The good old Iowa countryside. Look at that. Then you'll get to film me picking up those hay bales over there. Cars too. These are all your warnings up here. Oh, there is engine speed. So when it's, I gotta slow down. When it's getting really thick and hard to feed through, it'll slow down the engine a little bit. And it's kind of like if you're mowing the lawn, you want to full throttle when you're mowing so it cuts it good. You want to go full throttle, and it'll slow down the engine sometimes when it's tough processing the beans. And then your engine speed warning will come on. Grain tank full is another one. That's your grain tank gets really, really full. It's about ready to overflow. That'll come up. All these different warnings will let you know if something's wrong. And then you better fix it. Unless it's that, then it's just like, slow down. So that's why we're not taking a full cut. These Adam Pedersen thick boy beans are being fussy. I can't wait to be done with beans. It is so much faster doing corn, and you're just constantly moving, constantly going. The days go by fast. About halfway up the window, the tank's about half full. Corn, if we tried to go down and back, we'd be completely jam-packed full, but beans takes a lot longer to fill. Obviously, there's just way less beans on a bean stock, whereas you got a whole dense ear of corn on a corn stalk. Corn fills up fast. So, but there's also a reason why beans are worth usually 2.5 to 3 times more than corn, because you get less of them. But yeah, it just takes a while with beans to fill up. Unless we were going like 2.5 miles per hour, then we'd be filling up quick.
How fast do you usually go?
Well, years past, about 2 to 2.5, anywhere in there. Right now we're doing 1. Top products soy makes. No, not Sony, soy. Edamame, soy milk, soy sauce, and soy-based meat alternatives. That should be illegal for soy to make that. Gross. As well as industrial applications like biodegradable plastics, engine oil, and tires. Tires! They make tires from soy. Now that's wild. Big old rock down there in the field. You don't want to pick it up and have it get in there. That'd be very bad. Sometimes the combine's powerful enough where it'll shove one through. There's a rock trap down there you can open up and empty out occasionally. Secondly, whoa, if the bottom of the combine, which is metal, nicks across that rock. I had a buddy last year who did that, started a spark. Field fire, lost his combine. Combine burned up. That was a big thump.
It was.
Probably a rock. Look at this stud out here. This man is earning that paycheck. I'm filming him, filming the combine. I'm driving, filming him. Whoa. Look at this. Freedom Glizzy t-shirts from Sunday Swagger. I might have to get that t-shirt. Because I love hot dogs, baby. Look at that shirt. Oh my gosh, I want that. There was a night where we got a horrible windstorm, blew a fence down in the cattle yard, blew trees over and stuff, but thankfully the corn was still just standing straight. He works hard for the money. So hard for the money. I turn off the head, and then the combining processor, and then you gotta turn it down to rabbit, or turtle I mean, so it goes slower. Then you gotta start the auger with it in slow mode, and then you can crank it up to fast on rabbit once the grain starts coming out, but you always want to start it on low. You have to get very close to the wagons with this head to make sure that the auger reaches the wagon. With corn, it's a little easier, smaller head. Thank you for flying John Deere. You have arrived at your destination. Whee!
How long does that take to empty usually?
15, 20 seconds, 30 seconds.
What are you doing?
Getting out.
You're getting out?
Yeah, we're done. Oh, sorry. Yikes. So sorry. Sorry about took your head off.
Head out?
Head off. Hey! Harvest has begun! I'm hungry.